Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to explain about graphic user interfaces and event-driven programming. Okay. So most of our modern software these days are graphic user interface based. Okay. Graphic user interface means that user can do or use functionality by using a digital interface that has some uh, icons, buttons, menus. For example, this is a small GUI application for calculating tax. Here you can add gross income, here you can add dependent, and the moment you will click button, you will get tax. So this is a GUI application. It has some objects, like here I have some text. This is a text box. This is a button. On button clicks, whatever user want to see the information will be calculated and shown to the user. Okay. So for entering information, we can use keyboards, okay, and mouse we can use to button click or to do any other click, like clicking on a link, clicking on an image. So these small components like these text box, button, this is what we call window objects or widgets. This is a GUI application. It has some window object or widgets, and using keyboard and mouse we can do things. Now before having GUI application, we used to have terminal based application. That means you will enter command. You will enter command to enter some text, you will enter command to do something. So it will be all command based on a terminal, like we do it in a command prompt. Okay, so now we don't have. The good thing about GUI application is you can edit text. Let's suppose I enter income, I entered it wrong, I can go back and change it. Okay, and let's suppose I have 20 things to fill, and if I fill one wrong, I can go back and just change this one. I don't have to enter all 20 again. So now GUI applications are much more friendly in comparison to earlier terminal based. So most of our applications these days are GUI with a GUI interface. Okay. Now in GUI application, let's suppose here I want to calculate income tax, and that will be calculated whenever I click a button. So this kind of is what we call user generated event, because the information that I am looking for will be generated only when I will click the button. So here button click is an important event. Similarly, in some cases it can be a clicking on a link or something else. This is what we call event-driven programming. This application was written using event-driven programming, in which we are linking some functionality to an event. Functionality here is calculating the income tax. Event is button click. Okay. Now few events are generated by humans. For example, button click is generated by humans or the user. Okay, there can be some events that are not controlled by the user. Okay, for example, you are using a system to for calculating income tax, and the battery of the system is is down, so your application will not work. Okay, or some background application crashed and it crashed your application. So when we do event-driven programming, we have to look for all the events and tell our application how to behave if these kind of event happens. Like how my application should behave if battery goes down, how my application should behave if my browser crashes, how my application should behave if I click on the button. Okay, so all these aspects are covered when we design a GUI application and try to link it with some events. Now here, when I will enter gross income and dependent and then click, then it will calculate income tax. If I leave them blank, maybe and then I'm clicking, I'm not entering any information, and then I'm clicking it here, maybe in that case I will just get a error message. So we have to check inputs and show error message or do the calculation or do something else. Okay, so in GUI application, events have a importance, and we try to link our functionality with the events, and this is what we call event driven programming. Now in Python, if you have to create GUI application, there are many libraries for this. Some of them has become recently popular, but every year or every few months you can find a new library. Basically you can take one library, make some changes and release it with your own name, because there are many open source libraries. These are some of the very popular ones. TKinter, some people also call it TKinter. Okay, then we also have PYQT. It has different version. We have 4, 5, like this. Okay, so using these kind of library, we can create GUI applications in Python. So in this course, we will try to design some small GUI based applications. Okay, TKinter is related with one of the programming language, which is open source Tickle. Okay, so using this TKinter, we can design GUI applications. Okay, so I will stop here for this video. Thank you for watching.